Okay, we're going to try doing a little videoing today. Tried to videotape my hike up here last Wednesday when this stuff was first coming down, and it turned in for some reason, or somehow I must have hit the slow motion button because it turned into a mess. Not near the snow left. There's still quite a bit considering what we got. The trail is definitely a lot rougher to walk today. With all the, it's frozen. It's only about, actually I'm not even sure it's in the 30s yet. I think it's still below. So it's pretty cold up here. So all the hikers got the snow all mashed down. Now it's frozen into a mess. Footing's terrible. Better than it was 2 days ago. I was up here, and let's see, that was Saturday, and had a steady rain all morning. Really turned this stuff into a mucky mess, and it was one wet day for hiking. Ran into a couple of young girls, maybe college age, possibly high school. They look pretty young, up here with just nothing but tights for bottoms and regular street shoes. No trail runners, no socks, no gloves. The only thing they had decent was their coats. One was wearing a nice puffy. She was saying she wasn't cold, but you could see her ankles were definitely getting a fair share of coldness on them. Their fingers, not too bright. They came up here to hike up to the Oyster Dome, and took a wrong turn. Ended up into the harder stuff that had more snow. If they had stuck to the main trail, they would have been alright, but that's what happens up here. A lot of people get turned around. They got white blazes all over on these trails. The problem is that all the trails have the same blaze, so if you're not really paying attention and know the way around, much less know how to read the map, if you bother to bring one, then you got trouble. At least once a week when I'm up here, I'll run into people who are turned around on the wrong trail, going the wrong direction, and wondering why they haven't reached their destination. So anyway, just want to take a few minutes. You can see we got some blue skies. It's supposed to be clear skies all day today, and that's nice after all the rain and then the snow, and now we get a couple of days of nice weather again. So anyway, I'm on my way up to good old Lizard Lake. Once I get there, I'll loop around and make my figure eight that I do all the time. And if it all comes down right, I'll end up with somewhere between 15 to 17 miles. There's my trail I'm headed into now. Okay, we're coming into Lizard Lake. Just around the corner. I can't believe how long this has taken me to get here. I'm not hiking any fast pace at all today for this terrible footing. I'm surprised I've been seeing some bike tracks up here. They must have come up here yesterday after things kind of settled down a bit. 'Cause Saturday it was just way too mucky and wet. Didn't see any bikes the whole time I was out here. Curious to see how frozen the lake is. Been a trick getting downhill on some places. The rain the other day melted things down, and then with everybody traipsing things down, we got a lot of ice patches. There's places where there's normally bare rock. It's got some pretty slick ice on it now. But hardest part's just been getting around all those frozen footsteps. Take a step and you're on the edge, and either sometimes it gives or it breaks or it doesn't, and makes footing real precarious. Alright. Well, I don't see any campers. Doesn't surprise me. Nobody that hardy. But there's the lake out there through the trees. And of course the swamp that leads up to it. Now, it's time to head up that way. And I'm going up and over that ridge, head that direction to Lily Lake. And, I have to put the camera down because it's just too treacherous. It's going to be a lot of icy steps. Okay, I just crested the ridge from Lizard Lake, coming down into Lily now, and more fun hard-packed snow. I'm on the west side of the mountain now after crossing the ridge, so that'll put me in a little warmer territory. That'll make my fingers happy. I was almost ready to put my overmitts back on. It was getting so cold. But for moving, I have to say one thing. I'm impressed with the trail runners I got, my Hokas. They have some pretty good traction on this snow, considering the other day I was sliding all over the place in it, but it's so frozen now, it's so cold that I actually have traction when I'm walking on it. Even where it's packed down, it's not so bad. As long as I can skip the ice, I'm alright. Hey, look at that, we got some bare trail. There's, don't know if you can see it, there's patches of ice on it. One thing bad about trail runners when you're out playing in the hard snow, though, is they are completely worthless for trying to do any kick steps to come up a steep section, unless you want to beat the hell out of your toes. And they don't really indent the snow much, at least as hard as this stuff is. But what can I say? I could have worn my boots, but this is kind of, again, you know, test training hike for the AT, so I don't know if I'll see this kind of snow or not. I really hope I don't. Kind of hoping for much nicer weather than what I'm having right now. After all, it is supposed to be summer when I get there. But if nothing else, it's great training. My tracking app just sounded off a few minutes ago. I finished up 5 miles. Started at 9:30. Took me an hour and 45 minutes to do the 5 miles. So since I'm still carrying my 30-pound pack, and that slowed me down a little bit, I was doing the 5 miles in an hour and a half, roughly, and now I'm up to 1:45, so that tells you how slow I'm going because of the footing on the snow. Wow, this is interesting stuff. So here's the lake. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Get down here in the sun a little better, get a better view. Good old Lily Lake. If I continue on my route that I planned today, I'll be coming back past this again, but going the other direction. We'll see. Must say that the footing is taking its toll on trying to get around much. Oh, there we are. Boy, look at how solid that is. It's still thawed next to the banks here, but out there it's looking pretty solid. Pretty froze over. I don't think I'd trust it to walk on it though. So I've got a decision coming up. I can get up to the junction here. I can make a right and go over towards the dome and then shoot down to the Samish Overlook, which is a long way around. Or I can go what I was thinking of doing, was go down Max's shortcut, which is off to the left, and hit the overlook that way and then come up towards the dome. If I do it that way, I'll have a lot more miles. And the other day I went downhill from the dome, and it wasn't bad after maybe first few hundred yards. The first part right there by the top, it was pretty slick, but there's so many people, and since it is on the warmer side of the mountain, it melt off a lot faster, so I basically ended up more in mud than anything. Better maintained trail, because it's used so much more by the everyday city hikers. So I'm not sure which way I'm going yet. I think I might go down Max's shortcut, put me back into the heavier snow again. And then I'll make a decision from that point if I want to go to the dome or just loop back around and hit the lakes and come back to the trailhead. If I do that, I'll still end up at least probably 12, maybe a little over that for miles. So it still won't be too bad. Okay. Oh, I think that's it for now. I need to... Oh man, that's hard stuff. Look at that, man. Even my pulse don't want to go into that stuff. You see how hard that stuff is. Just like almost ice. So to wrap up this little video of today's hike, it's now 3:50. Just finished up just over 15 miles. Started at 9:30 this morning. Temperature has not done a whole lot. It is now up to 35 degrees with a feel-like temperature of 29, winds at 7 miles an hour. So basically where I was at about 2,000 feet most of the day, somewhere between 15 to 2,000 most of the day. We were down to probably a feel-like temperature of the low 20s. Not bad. Everything's frozen solid. Very, very icy, very slick on the going up to the Oyster Dome lookout. But saw two people that actually had micro spikes. The rest of the people were just being plain idiots and trying to get through and not having very good luck. That's the way it goes. So anyway, that's enough of that. It's time for me to head home, find some dinner.